Ever since May 7th, 1994, Raptor has been ruling the skies of Cedar Point, striking fear into guests that are brave enough to take a spin on this attraction. Even though Raptor is turning 27 years old this year, I'm sure that this will be ruling the skies over Sandusky, Ohio for years to come. But before we get to the review part of the video, let's dive into Raptor's history. Let's travel back in time before Raptor was at Cedar Point. The time is August 19th, 1993, and Cedar Fair Entertainment Company filled out a trademark for the name Raptor. Little would we know, this name would be honored to one of the greatest coasters ever built. And on August 1st, Cedar Point would announce at a press conference that Raptor would be coming to Cedar Point for the 1994 season. They stated that Raptor was the most exciting and ambitious project they have ever created, and will change Sandusky, Ohio forever. Raptor would cost a total of $12 million to construct, and would be contracted by B&M, or otherwise known as Bollinger & Mabillard. Raptor, and alongside Magnum XL200, would be the two star attractions at Cedar Point.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be, it'll be the shot that's heard around the world.
You're going to be free, and you're going to be flying, and sometimes you're going to be floating.
It's a bird of prey. In our case, a very large, monstrous, iron machine bird of prey. It will virtually dominate the skyline forever at the front of the park. This will be the tallest.
There's no floor under you.
Steepest.
Your feet are just hanging in the space.
And fastest.
You'll see nothing at all under you.
Those will all be new records for an inverted roller coaster.
To start construction on Raptor, they first had to get rid of the mill race log flume. They also had to relocate a couple of flat rides to a different section of the park. In December, the lift hill for the ride was topped off, and a few months later, Raptor started sending trains. Cedar Point management said that Raptor would be the most exciting and ambitious attraction at Cedar Point. They also said it was a project that would challenge the boundaries of the imagination and change the Cedar Point Resort forever. And it sure did. Raptor has made it into the Golden Ticket Awards 19 times and counting for the best steel roller coaster. After leaving the station, riders climb a 137-foot lift hill to the top of Cedar Point, looking down at the guests below on the midway. After a small left turn, riders go down a 45-degree drop into the first inversion of 6, a vertical loop. And I would say this is the most iconic roller coaster inversion in the world. After this, riders climb high into a zero-G roll as they twist above the midway. Following this is a Cobra roll, the first one on an inverted coaster. And with this ride being one of B&M's early roller coasters, this thing is sure whippy and intense. After this, You climb up into upwards helix and enter the mid-course brake run. But don't worry, it doesn't slow you down. After diving off the mid-course brake run into the path below, you enter through an array of corkscrews and high-speed turns over the midway. Although this part may be just filler to get back to the station, it is still much fun just flying through that. After the second corkscrew, riders enter the most intense part of the ride, the double helix. The more you traverse this helix, the more you feel the forces on your feet. After the helix, you take one last turn and into the final brake run, ending your ride on Raptor. Raptor runs with 3 trains with 32 riders per train, meaning Raptor can have an hourly capacity of 1,600 riders per hour. To keep riders secure and safe, Raptor uses over-the-shoulder restraints, or shoulder harnesses. Some seats in some B&M roller coasters have orange 2 seat belts instead of 1 black seat belt. Some examples of this is Scream at Six Flags Magic Mountain, the Incredible Hulk coaster at Islands of Adventure, and of course Raptor at Cedar Point. Those seats are modified seats to accommodate larger riders in case they need that extra little bit of room in order to ride. When Raptor was constructed, the paint job that it sported was dark green supports with green track, but the rails were left unpainted. But for the 2002 season, they painted the rails green. As mentioned before, Raptor completely dominates the Cedar Point skyline, and it would be really hard to see this coaster not at Cedar Point. Every time I visited Cedar Point, Raptor has always had a longer line. It might be because it's at the front of the park, or because it looks really cool, but I would have to say it's B&M using the tried and true formula of the B&M inverted roller coaster. You just can't beat them. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Liking and subscribing would greatly benefit the channel and would allow more people to see awesome roller coasters and learn about them. Thanks a bunch. This has been Coasters Every Day, and I will see you all later.